think we could. Alright. Does the Uma have hopefully returned? Hopefully we can get into real too. There's the internet. Good. The internet issues from the side of the little mini network. Hopefully we be good today and the Uma will be successful. We're gonna give chances for everyone to join us. We're gonna go, let's see what time is it, I can't get on it. Sadly this kind of, because I kind of forgot I had some other plans IRL that I had to attend to today this afternoon. It's 2 o'clock now. We'll probably go till like an hour and a half. It was supposed to be way longer than that, which is why I'm going to give Uma another episode to, what do you call it, another episode tomorrow for Sunday, just to fill in that gap. We're not going to be able to do all in one sitting right now. So we'll probably be doing a double feature today and tomorrow. Because we are still going to try to do when I get home tonight, some DMC 2. But that probably won't be till realistically 7:30, 8 o'clock. Depends on how long we're out. Might be a little later, might be another late stream like it was last night for DMC. But since that series is more of a kind of in the background series, it's kind of fine that it ends up that way. So, and then tomorrow we'll do some more Uma and then decide if we want to continue where we are, depending on how far we get it, or if I don't get to do it all, we'll continue to do some more DMC as well. And then this week is where it's going to get a little bit more interesting. But we'll talk about that as things going forward. So, welcome everyone. Welcome back to the Umamusume. Today we're just going to be kind of chilling, and I haven't been logging in like I should, so there's tons of carrots. That's alright. I'm kind of at a spot right now where I'm not really trying to earn up carrots and roll for anyone at the moment. There's no one like game changing. There's another download included apparently as well. There's no one game changing for me right now other than who we already got during the free roll that I got, so. This week Uma every day. Oh, Chiano. Sakura Chiano. Yeah, you can tell I haven't been logging in. I've been, like I said, with everything going on. But at least our guide is our tour guide is still here. The one who knows everything about the Uma on the tour. Alright, let's claim the carrots. Claim the carrots. This week, Uma every day. No, we can't do that. Too much. That'd be too much Uma. It's like I said, Arcanites would be disrespected in such a way. Let's see. I just want to see. Yes, some more focus. It is. And then we have Sakura Chiono, the new one. And those are the support cards. There's one for Tamano and that fortune telling lady. So I've got to cancel this career. How do I get rid of a career? There we go. Delete data. I always forget what the button is on the PC side. Alright, we're starting over. Winning ticket is good, but we need to try something different in racing. What's this? Compete in racing carnivals to earn carnival points. Charge the gauge by running in racing carnivals. Extreme race guaranteed after 3 more times. A challenge race triggers at maximum gauge. Build the challenge gauge to test your prowess in a challenge race. Each time you enter a carnival race, it will fill the challenge gauge. Fill this gauge completely to start a challenge race. But be prepared, it will be very hard or even extreme difficulty. Okay. So we'd have to have a really high level Uma for that. Place top 5 to get the spark. Inherit the spark in the career to get the skill. Okay. Carnival bonus, level 1, carnival 1, okay. Power up your racer in the event races with carnival bonus skills. Excuse me. Place in the top 5 in the event race to gain carnival bonus spark. Inherit the carnival bonus spark in a career playthrough to receive the carnival bonus skill. Umamusume with carnival bonus skill have increased performance and likelihood of great moves in event races. Okay. So race, skill level 1, spark level 2. Career, spark level 2, skill level 2. Inherit a leveled up spark to get a leveled up skill. Higher level equals higher carnival bonus. Race, train, and repeat to level up your carnival spark and skill. When a new Umamusume with the carnival bonus skill places in the top 5 of the race, spark levels up. The higher the skill level from the spark gets, the more the racer's performance and likelihood will increase. A great move. Exchange carnival points for items in the shop. Use carnival points from carnival races at the shop to get tons of useful items. So I missed out on that apparently. But yeah, that was only to the 5th. Well, weird. That still has till tomorrow, but I guess I didn't get to it in time. That's fine though. Next time, I'll keep in mind. Didn't know what that was. That sounded interesting. The extreme pasta is an A rank. The more you lose, the more the game buffs your stats till you win. Okay. Interesting. Unity Cup. Oh yeah, Euro Finals. We're gonna want Unity though. Alright. Let's do this. No. It is time. Alright, so you'll notice she's a bit leveled up already, somewhat. Because I wanted to make sure. Can I access any of these? No. I wanted to make sure we're ready to go. Alright, so oh yeah, you are already having all 3 of these, which is so good for who I'm training, because someone else is somewhat kind of already like that, huh? They're just slightly less here in this rank. But this should solve our problems. Alright, let's do it. Now, who do I want the legacy to be is the thing. We're actually just we're gonna look through mine first and see who my best option here is. That's terrible affinities. We can't go with that. Do I have anyone that's got a circle? Okay, Pasta's in. That's an interesting choice. Pasta's got a circle. Gives me speed. Oh, that's higher. There's no wit happening. Oh, wow, 33. Okay, but power? I don't know how she's going to behave yet, which is why we have to do 2 campaigns. The first campaign is to see what she's going to do and what I need to work on the most. That's why if we don't get the second one done today, we're doing another episode tomorrow in order to make up for... I forgot I had something to do today, so we're not going to be able to do the long episode. See, that's a better even spread. Pro. Problem is, hold on. What's your main skill do again? That's on the final corner. That actually might work for a late. And yours is a increased velocity with flying spirit when positioned third and about to lose to the late, right? See, so is that though. Ooh. So it's between you and you. You give me no stats though. You give me only power and a little bit of stamina. Yours would just be the skill. You at least have a good skill and giving me a lot more reasonable spread between the power and the speed. Ooh, and then there's you who's dumping it all into speed. And what is your skill again? I never goof up. What does that do? Aim for the front with unwavering determination when passing another runner from mid-pack, or further back on a corner late race. Not bad either, to be fair. Slightly hang on the advantage when positioned towards the front. Yeah, no. It's more for front runner. Do like pace chaser. Okay. The good old favorite. The first Empress. Okay, so I'm down to 2 people in my head, and you're probably not. Okay, you are actually a circle. Ooh, you're giving me the most stats. Ooh, bruh. Oh, bruh. Okay, so... Ooh. No, we're not doing freaking tail. What does even tail give? Okay, at least use a circle. I'll give you that. I haven't trained this tail. I do want to look what the skill does. Yeah. I mean, the others are probably more reliable than that one. That skill is good, but I don't think it's good enough. Right now, I think it's between, for me, is Gold Ship or... Because Gold Ship gives me the best of both worlds. She's giving me a late game / in-game skill that works for both. She's giving me 21 speed, 17 power, where I'm only getting 33.5 here. And who was it? Was it you? Was it Oprah O? Yeah. Whereas Oprah O is giving me a 17-12. Now, I don't think Oprah O is an option now because that is not as good stats as that. So, we're getting much more bang for our buck with Gold Ship stat-wise. Now, between skills, they both are pretty guaranteed. But hers is a level 2. What's Gold Ship's? Level 3. So she'd be inheriting a level 3. I think that Gold Ship's gonna be our oldie but goodie. We might have to go Sister of Battle build for this because it seems to be working for some reason. I don't think I have another silver because we don't have the buy one. It'd be good for the intelligence wit side too. Well, okay, so let's go to guess. Let's see what we got. Wait, 5 times left. Wait, did they limit how many people you can grab now? Is that like per week or something? Check the club? Alright, hold on 1 second. Alright, so we're using Gold Ship. Let me go and check the club. Keep that in mind, self. Gold Ship. Wow, yeah. We're starting to get up there. We got some people. We got a new character or new edition Reem. Who is that's Oprah, right? Oprah O? Yeah. Who's an Oprah O? Tam King is tending to the plants. But nice. Well, is it still just the field? Yeah, trainer's office. Yeah. Still just the field and the trainer. Is anybody out on the field? Let's go find out. Darius is out here right now. He's out here training the fight. Wait, what? Oh, and I saw an ear. I was like, wait, what? And Ryun. I'm pretty sure. I think that's Ryun. Out here with the Biwa, also getting stretched out, ready for the race. To teach Darius in his cafe that this is how you race. And thankfully there's 2 digitals now, so we know that the club is in full swing now. Because 1 digital is not enough for how much joy this company / company of Uma needs. So 2 digitals is definitely better than 1. 2 more joined, I believe. 2 more? I mean, we saw someone last time. I saw pretty much everybody there except for Reem. I remember Yuri. Where'd Yuri go? Yuri, yeah, I remember Yuri. Then there's Sealy, but or AKA Duracell. Then there's Ollie. Reem's the only one I don't quite remember, and I remember Arthur. We have King Arthur. Of course, Darius must be still outside racing and training. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, like I said, we getting up there. Sadly, I haven't been able to be around as much as I'd like. Things been crazy, and then also Tam King just joined. Uma yells into the sky, no! Yeah, the Uma had to make their debut again. Alright, so I assume you can only borrow a friend's character 5 times a week now. Which, to be fair, I never really do more campaigns than... I don't think I've ever done 5 campaigns in a week anyway, so... Shouldn't be a problem. Alright, you good. It already remembered Gold Ship. Okay, so... Ooh, wait. Ooh, but which version? There's Sealy's, and then there's Chan's version. Oh, this hits the board across the screen. Problem is, speed is quite low, still. This one's the opposite. Oh, wow, I say that. I think Sealy's is actually better over stat-wise, but what does your skill do, my lady? I kind of forgot. Ah, come on, I didn't use my right. Smack Sam, use your insight, boys. Did you check out that spider? No, I did see it. I did see that. It looks really, really awesome. Oh, hold on. Hold on, I'll be right back, chat. 1 second, chat. Be right back, chat. Okay. Push that out of the way. I'll be right back, chat. over back by the tree, Chad. I'm on my way back. So, what is that? Alright, we have returned. See, let's see what I missed. That wasn't Sony, dude. That was some BS website that trying to sucker fools. I don't even know what y'all are talking about, so I have no idea. I have no idea. Alright, back to what I was doing. Okay. Let me check this message real quick. Okay, like I said, some IRL stuff. One second, chat.
That lady?
Well, yes.
Okay.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyways, back to the Umo for the moment. It's been a chaotic weekend, Chad. I guess we're gonna see how the meeting goes. Like I said, I'm trying to get some prospects on people moving in and becoming like live-in aides and stuff that I'm trying to get right now. Keeping an eye on something in the background. I gotta keep that up so I can see it while we're streaming. Okay. Say, by the way, you won't ever buy the PS5 you're leasing. It's a contract thing, so either you renew the contract or send it back. Kind of a little salty that, but I guess they're doing that so people who do want a PS5. I don't know, my brain kind of still goes, I'm like, well, depends on what the leasing is for, right? What's it per month or whatever. If it adds up or it's more than what the actual PlayStation costs as a whole, I'm like, I wouldn't say that's more of a, official or not, that sounds skimmy. It sounds like a little bit of a skimmy-scoo-scoom. Just a bit, you know, just a bit. Yeah, alright. Depends on the contract's length too. That's true. Okay, so... Yeah, okay, now it depends on the length of the contract and whether that adds out to the same thing. Because here's the other thing, if you can't buy it, kind of what's the point, I guess? I get, maybe, it's so people can have more PS5s and then get more out there. But my issue with that system, and this is actually from Sony's benefit, I actually think that could not be good for Sony if that goes kind of south for the winter a little bit. So, you pay for a month, get console and cancel payment and keep the PS5. I mean, yeah, it's like, how are they going to enforce that too, right? I guess is the other thing. That Tim King has a good point there too. I was actually about to say that too. And how do you keep this secure? How do you go, okay, we're gonna send this PS5 Pro to this person, leasing it for $10.99 or whatever in euros, but whatever that would be in America if they're allowing that in America to happen. What's to stop them from like, oh, I'm just not sending it back? I guess they could shut down maybe the PlayStation's access to anything in the network. Maybe. I'm trying to think. Do they have the ability to shut down I would imagine. That's it. Because here's the thing. People think that Switch was the only one who did that. I guarantee you all the consoles have a kill switch in them. They just don't say that out loud. And it's like, so my brain's like, something tells me they should somehow make it not work. But I don't know. In Scotland, it would just be considered debt in a civil and be a civil matter. And it's like, but well, I mean, according to the law, yes. But it's like, there's nothing saying that Sony can't just brick that PlayStation that you've basically stolen. And it's like, so, I don't know. It's like I said, I'm not saying you'll go to jail. I highly doubt they could enforce any of that. But they could destroy your PS5. That is their property, and they do. I guarantee you there's a kill switch. I guarantee it, even if they don't say it out loud. I guarantee you there's gonna be a kill switch. Why would you even take that chance otherwise? That's just Sony throwing money around them. At that point, it's like them losing money is what that means. Because like, there's gonna have so much theft happen. So I saw the price per month, €9.95 to 12. As long as you don't connect it to online, they can't brick it. But then how do you? Well, here's my issue with that. Okay, unless it's a disc version. So now let's take it even further. Let's say it's a disc version, then you might be okay. You could just go get a bunch of single-player games that you enjoy. But once again, there's a double-edged sword with this. Let's say it's not the disc version. What the hell are you going to do now? How are you going to get games? I mean, one could argue you could go the jailbreaker route, but PS5s are not easy to do that with. Well, it's not as easy as some others before them. But I don't know. It's just most games require, even if they're not required to play them, most games have an internet access system. So it's like, I don't know. If it's a digital version, you can get it jailbroken. Even then, something still tells me. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, this might be just stupidity on Sony's part, not understanding that the theft that could go on with this. But I don't know. It's like something tells me, I think normally they don't care if you jailbreak a system, but most people pay for the system, right? Or in some cases, people have probably just stolen them off of backer trucks or whatever, probably. But we're talking about on average, right? Let's say someone who actually buys the PS5 straight up. I do believe, and I think we're in a time that we need to stop kind of thinking that maybe Sony doesn't know any of this. And that I feel like if they knew the jailbreaker bought the PS5, they're probably going to ignore it to a certain extent. Because they still earned money from it. But someone who basically paid $10 for that thing and install it, something tells me they'd find a way around that and find a way to brick you somehow. Like, they'd find a way. Because you don't have to argue why even do this at all without some sort of safety net. Unless Sony's just trying to dump. My other thing is maybe they're just trying to dump out PS5s they have too many of. That maybe they're just like, yeah, we don't care what you do with it, just take it. Maybe they have too many. That could be something, I guess. Sony will sell systems to third-party companies. Sony won't lose anything. It would be a third-party company. What are we talking about? I mean, I guess if the company doing the leasing is a separate entity and they had to pay for the PlayStations from Sony, then at least Sony kind of didn't get checked in the middle of that. But, I don't know. That's weird. It's a weird scenario. It's very weird. Unless those particular PS5's systems has a built-in kill switch, they can't do anything. It definitely has a built-in kill switch. I'm gonna say this right now. We need to stop thinking these companies don't do these things. If Nintendo got caught red-handed with it, I guarantee you they all have it. And I'm including Microsoft, too. I guarantee you that every Xbox has got one. Every PlayStation's got one. But they just don't use them because they know if they use it too much, well, then it exposes this thing's been in here the whole time. They would only use it in the most extreme scenarios. So like people no one would take seriously or believe what they have to say. Thieves, for instance. So people who steal. Or things like that. Yeah, see, there's too much gray area to this right now, because Sealy's saying the third party isn't paying Sony for them, they're only managing it. So this means Sony would still lose money if they're not buying them from Sony. They're just doing the middleman work to help Sony get the leasing out there. But if that's the case, once again, well, Sony, how are you doing this without a security bypass of some sort? You know what people can do. We've seen it even in the scam artists and the, what do you call it? Scalpers is what I meant to say. So I'm like, I just read it. Sony has the ability to break your console by blocking all PSN connections online or offline. So I would assume powering the PS5 is sufficient. But see, Sealy just read that there is one, Tam King. See, I'm sorry, Tam King. I have to go with Sealy on this one. It's from a business standpoint, is a fucking stupid asinine thing to not have a kill switch in your device. I'm not saying they should use it, okay? I'm not gonna condone that. But it's like, but in situations where you get scalped and you have a bunch of scam artists who steal basically millions of units, or however many that could happen in this scenario, yeah, you have to have a way to destroy those fucking units. Because it's like, because that's lost money on you, and you don't want other people making money off your product. So it says it in the term of service. I'll have to bring that up maybe if we can find it. You'll have to link me that, Sealy. Like, link me that TOS or that whatever you're looking at, so I can look at that on vlog, on the next vlog. Because I do want to check that out for myself as well. It's not about the MAC address, Tam King. They can kill your power supply unit. I guarantee you I know what it is. It's probably a blocker that tells the PlayStation to not allow power to be received to the unit. It's very simple to put one in. It's one of the most simplest things. And it's like, and the only way you're never gonna connect that PlayStation is in full offline mode, which I don't think it has anymore. I think even when you go offline, you're technically still online. You're just not visible. So, I don't think the PS5 has an offline mode. They're already connected to it, Sam King. That's an illusion that you have to log in for it to be connected. If the system is connected at all through any power, any system, or its own network itself, it definitely has access. I'm sorry, but this is a silly thing to think these companies can't do this. It's like, because there'd be no protection from them. I'm not saying that they're all innocent on this, but from a business standpoint alone, seems kind of logical to me. So we're gonna go Sisters of Battle. See how this goes. Because if it says it in their TOS, then that means that technically there's something in there. They may not tell you exactly what it is, but if it's in the TOS, I guarantee you they have a way to do this. Whether someone thinks that they're safe from it or not. If they really wanted to do it. Now, once again, I'm not going to sit here and say they're using it. That could be, once again, for the worst case scenarios. Unlike what Nintendo did. So you're saying can track a PS5 just by plugging it into a power outlet? Identity a specific console and brick it? Yeah, it's a power signature. I'm guarantee you there's a way to do it. And hell, and here's the thing. Here's something scarier you don't realize. It doesn't even necessarily it's not about the power. It's about, do you have Wi-Fi in your house? And you don't have to be connected to it either. The Wi-Fi chip, if Sony really wanted to, most companies have this access, and I've learned this I learned this long ago, not from Sony, but from another more technological company. I won't say who it is. Someone who works for it. They have the ability to turn on, like, I'll give you an example. So my modem, let's say I unplugged all its wires and tried to disconnect it from online. Technically, because it has a Wi-Fi chip in it, the company who owns this modem can switch it on remotely and access the system without you knowing it. They do this in order to protect their own company. There's a lot of shit people don't realize. Networking is a powerful, powerful thing. And I'm just now getting into the more of the field of this. But wasn't expecting talking about this today, but But 100%, because it has a Wi-Fi chip in it, this means they can technically pseudo access, unless you're living in a house without internet. That's the only way you protect yourself, is you have to live in a house literally without fucking internet access. And see, this is in the TOS. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know you're trying to sit out on this branch, Tam King, but it's and I'll look at this for myself just in case. But I'm not gonna sit here and call Sealy a liar, big guy. And it's like, if he's saying it's in the TOS, then I will check that. But I'm just saying that might need to let this one go, because I'm gonna say it's definitely possible. It's definitely a technological thing that's kind of naive to say they can't. Not in the world we live in. And it's like, but if it's in the TOS, which I will check, then 100% there's a fucking kill switch in there that you don't know about. Is the software disabling use of this PS5 system online or offline? And if it says online or offline in the TOS, that means they do have a way to get in. But no, it says it specifically, Tam King. You're not reading what Sealy's saying. Sealy's not saying it for no reason. He's telling you it says in the TOS, online or offline. Meaning they can do it. Oh, you copied the text? Okay. Now, once again, I believe you, Sealy. That's why I think we need to drop this, because I think this is turning into somewhat of an argument now. And it's like between you and Tam King a little bit, so we need to calm this down a little bit. But it's Sealy saying he copied and pasted the text. This means it says offline, Tam King. If that is, once again, this is just me playing devil's advocate for both of you. If it says offline, that means they can kill your system offline. They wouldn't put that in there for no reason. That isn't just going to be, oh, someone made a mistake and typed the wrong thing. Yeah, but see, that's the thing. You're not reading the other part of it. You're picking and choosing. It says it can also disable the entire system itself. Meaning you will not even be able to use the OS. You're not looking at like the situation where this has always been a thing. I'll say it out loud again. Nintendo just got caught with their hand in the freaking cookie jar. But I guarantee you, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, hell, maybe even PCs, to a certain extent, it's like probably all have this function of some sort of fashion. So they can literally just like absolutely disable your OS, because it's not hard to do that. Not from the company who owns the software. So we live in too much of a connected era to say that anything can be disconnected fully anymore. There's no such thing anymore. We are now a digital society, one can say at this point. But how do you know this for a fact, Tam King, when you're not the company and you're not the one who wrote the TOS? Because we're going about what the TOS says, and if the TOS says online or offline, and it does specifically state where Sealy copied and pasted it, that they can even disable your main systems and access to those systems. They don't mean online, they mean your OS. So they would say online if they meant that. They mean that your actual system will not function, because the OS will be disabled. So, but do I want to pull it up right now? We might save that, but thank you for sending me that. So I'll bring it up if we have time for it. We're kind of wasting time for the UMA. We need to do the UMA, but we'll talk about more about this in a vlog. We might, tomorrow instead of doing UMA, maybe we have to do a vlog. But it's the link to the entire thing. Okay, I'll definitely check it out. But to me, this is not surprising. Like, to me, this doesn't. It's not like I believe everything that you're saying in this case, because I know how these companies are, so I know 100% that's probably does exist. And if the TOS itself is somewhat vaguely intensifying this, that's even more proof in the pudding. So, but we'll talk about that when we do more of a vlog. Like I said, I don't want to overshadow the UMA too much. Talking about Sony's craziness or any of these companies' craziness. And so, let's see. I'm just gonna have to leave it as is, Tam King, because you can't guarantee. I'm so sorry. You don't have no line to stand on like Sealy does. Sealy has a file that he actually can show me that shows me what the TOS says, and he copied and pasted. You're just telling me you can guarantee me, but there's no way for you to prove this. Like I said, we will go over the TOS and we'll talk about that in another stream. But and we'll discuss it. But I guarantee you, if any part of that that Sealy copied and pasted to the chat to show what it was saying, just that little bit I read tells me he's right. Take it from someone who is very technical in this way and is learning about these things. That's the one thing I can give you in confidence from me. I guarantee you they can. Now, once again, I don't think they do this on a regular basis. But I'm going to tell you right now, and people might not like me saying this, but if I owned Sony, there'd be a fucking kill switch in there. And it's like, because it's an asinine thing to not have one. Oh yeah, because they all missed it because they probably were told about it. You gotta understand with those things, Tam King, the reason why you see a lot of hackers, and we gotta I need to bring a little reality back into the chat a little bit. Hackers are not as predominant as people think. Most of the time, hackings that take place are from people who have already jumped into the pool with the hacker somehow, given them their information, or in company basis, it's usually a disgruntled employee who originally, who originally had something against the company. This ghosty, goopy, like black web hacker people do not exist. It's like they all work for someone. And it's like, so to say that means nothing, because these people are probably already instituted to do these hacks, to break these PS5s, to do these things. They're probably paid for all you know. Why would they do it for no reason? Doesn't benefit them, don't get them, it's waste their damn time. So it's like we need to come back to reality with a lot of this. Like, we're getting a little too out in the fields. It's like, so. And then also, Tam King, Google's not a reliable source if you're just letting Google tell you it and you're not going to the official site and reading the TOS yourself. That's another thing. We're getting a little too out in the fields with these AIs and these robots doing all the work for us. Do it yourself. Look it up yourself. Actually, go to the TOS site and read the entire section that Seeley just mentioned. Yeah, see, you're just using Gemini. Gemini doesn't fucking know all that. Gemini has been known to give wrong answers. It's like, you want truth, you need to go to the source. Don't let an AI tell you how to think, Tamkin. Yes, yeah, except for Sony themselves. Isn't that funny, Tamkin? Yet the TOS on the actual Sony site doesn't say this. So I would be careful with that. Let's see, let's continue on. Wait, I think this is my late build, isn't it? Or is this my... What skill do? Oh yeah, okay. This is my late build. Okay. Who do I... Wait, hold on, So I have 2 speed, 1 guts, 1 stamina, 1 power. Hold on, back for a second. So the lowest is, actually they're about the same, but the lowest is power right now, but I mean barely. Double up on power? What power we got? Arthur. Marvelous Sunday. Oh. Come on. There we go. The click and hold mechanic is not always pretty straightforward in this game. Sometimes it really does not want to respond. We're just gonna have to let this one go until I can do it on stream. Because somehow you're clearly reading 2 separate things, and then we need to find out whose is which one is the actual Sony one. Because if the TOS, once again, is from Sony, and you're reading this on Sony's site, on Sony's website, then yeah, maybe. But it's like, but once again, I mean, I'm just gonna have to leave this one on the fence for now. And say, well, I know you sent him the link, but I'm just saying he's saying he read it as well, even though I don't know. Once again, I don't want to create a conflict in this situation. This because it's like you're reading it, and I know you said you copied and pasted it, and sent it on here, but he's saying it doesn't say that. So you see how there's this is becoming more of a conflict, and at this point, we're gonna have to leave it until I can show it off on stream, which, at this point, we are losing precious time for the Uma. So, Space Chaser. Nope. I have you. Doesn't look like I'm gonna get a bet. Well, hold on. What about that's Tam King's Daiwa? Don't remember what Daiwa does. I don't think you're a late. Mile. Medium. No. Not you either. So we might not be able to go power. Might have to double, triple up on speed and go really, really fast. Manhattan Cafe. I don't think you can use the support card of the character you're already using. Yeah, duplicate, yeah. Trainee, yeah. It's got a big exclamation mark. What about, Cafe? What do you do for Stamina Cafe? Long straightaways. Highlander. That is definitely going to be a good movie now. We are kind of got rough choices for the friend card. Rough choices. This is scenario link. What do you got? What do you got for Mati? You got late surge corners, but all you got is trick and rear. I mean, you got a bunch of blues. Maybe I just use you as a blue filter for speed. Okay, yeah. We're gonna go with that for now. I don't know what else to go with, so we're gonna go with Monty for this. Let's see. Let's see, what did I miss? Just a conversation about the PS5 leasing thing going on, and potentially that this is going to uncover something about the PS5 that I've always known, because it's somewhat in the TOS, but somewhat, but let's see, no, I'm saying it doesn't say that it can brick the PS5 remotely explicitly, just that they can brick it in general. Well, he's saying they can't brick it unless you connect it to the internet. But my argument to this, and this is where I'm going to leave it, is that even though you don't fully connect it to the internet, it has an internet card in it. So it is somewhat naive to think that they can't just access that through your Wi-Fi. It's not that hard. These companies, all they have to do is make a couple calls, especially if they know it's from a theft. No other company is going to stand in the way of another company if the company is coming at this company and saying, hey, we need temporary access to your network to get a hold of all these PS5s that were da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then do-do-do-do-do-do. That is very, very, that is where my argument for this is. It is very naive to think they can't do this. Just because you don't connect or log in. We don't live in that world anymore. But let's do it. Whose Orgiri did you choose? Yours, because it gave me a better spread. The S one was good, but it was too hard focused on one thing. So now oh, that's beautiful. Look at this. We got the cyborg secretly in here. That actually kind of makes sense. This is a hell of a combination. All right, let's do this. Let's get in here. I won't have too much longer. I don't know what time we're leaving, but I probably need to be done with this around 3:30, closer to 4, because the movie that we're going to with a friend starts at 5. And that's not that far off now. Oh my gosh, does that mean we're heroes? Oh yeah, right. We saw this already. Let legacies live on. Anchors away in time's impulse. Make sure to get XXXL extra buttery popcorn. I will. Although I tend to eat nachos for some reason in the theater. I'm weird like that. I eat popcorn sometimes, but I grew up eating nachos in the theater. Because the theater I had in Lawrenceville, Georgia when I was young, their main thing was nachos for some reason. Bruh. Did that mess up my brain when it comes to theaters? Also, the arcade there is where I met a lot of the arcade games I know and love. So. You ain't weird, I also eat nachos. Exactly. Nachos are great. The cheese and nachos, I see people eat that too. I know some dudes buy an entire bottle of Pepsi. I don't go that far because I usually have my own drink anyways. Like my own, like my cup down here usually already has its own Pepsi in it. So I just get the food. Unless I'm getting a drink. One thing I will say, the AMC that I go to, Concord Mills, they do have a bar. So, this place may not have as good a nachos as the original theater as I was used to, but man, they have special drinks based on certain movies' themes, and it just makes me laugh. They had one when Venom was going on, and it was called Maximum Carnage, and that thing was red as red could be. Like, am I gonna turn into an evil red demon? I hope so. Drinks it. Anyway. But I still get nachos. I don't know if I will for this one. I think I'm gonna take it easy and just do popcorn on this one. But but normally that's what I do. Nachos and maybe a good drink and boom, whatever movie I'm watching at the time. I'm still mad I missed Iron Lung. I will see it once he does his, because he said he's going to be putting it out on probably at YouTube at some point. But I'm still mad that I didn't get to see that. But I will watch it once it comes to the next thing. Just didn't work out with all the timing with everything in my IRL going on. But I was going to go see it. But let's see. I'm an hour late. What happens to the first cross career? We didn't get to actually start too much. We've been sitting here talking about. Has it been an hour? This is why we gotta save some of these discussions. I'm gonna say this now. And I'm gonna be kind of serious with this time. We gotta save some of these discussions for the vlogs. Are you saying that we've been doing this for an hour and we haven't even started? Oh, yeah. This is why we can't do this on stream chat, not when it comes to other games. Because this... At the end, maybe. The beginning, not so much. And it's like, so... You know what's funny, Farseer? You haven't missed anything. Because there was no first career because I was mitigating a conversation / chat war between Tam King and Sealy. So just a bit. But yeah, from now on, rule of thumb, unless it's about the game itself, like when we're talking about Arknight while playing Arknight, other than that example, probably should keep, some of the deeper wells of discussion that can go into full-blown, like, talking points and conversations and things like that have to be broken down, explaining both sides and showing everything and what we're talking about, looking up what Tam King's looking at what Sealy's looking at. These are vlog discussions. So... Well, I mean, I'm kind of on the fence with that one. I'm not gonna say yay or nay to both either you or Sealy Tam King, because I have read the TOS, and I'm gonna say Tam King Sealy is the last thing I'll put on it. Sealy's not wrong on what he read. I have read the same thing he has read, but I will show that off once we do the vlog. And I read it on the actual Sony website. But I'll see what the link that Sealy gave me to. I do know how to access it if I have to, though, from my side. If I have to go the neutral route and go to the actual TOS from the main website itself, which I guarantee you is what Sealy sent me, but just in case, I'm just putting that on the table. But I do think you might be a little bit, like, sitting in the comfortable grass, that's all I'll say, to feel better that your system can't be destroyed at a moment's notice. But hey, you know. But, let's see. Yeah, I tend to drop big news at the end, is what Farseer said. Which is pretty good, too. That does work out. That's when I tend to do it as well, unless it's pressing for, like, IRL or channel-based or things like that. That's why it makes it a little easier. So that way we can talk about it. And we can have time to discuss it. So. Also, I need to turn skip on. I don't know why I don't have skip on. We don't have time for the cutscenes. That's for bloody sure. Alright, she's already an F+. So here's what I'm going to do right out the gate. I want to get stamina to an E. Right out the gate. Because it's starting so high, yeah, okay. That's for reasons you'll find out. So now here comes the guts part. That's 2 of them. We're going to do that. Luckily, this part is also the best part. You don't have to worry about the Unity Cup bonuses yet. Like trying to get all the burst things. Ooh, we got Top Gun on our team this time. Isn't that a coinky-dink, chat? Is this fate? No. I was like, what is this? That's the tutorial. We don't need that. Guts first, once again. Now we will focus on, now that we have the team, the burst of ignited. Now we have to focus on the burst. But I did want to get that to a plus. Okay, so now, speed. I have got this kind of in my brain already what I want to see. So we're gonna kind of, like, speed run these buttons. She needs rest. Okay, you're gonna have sleep-deprived issues. I need to do it I need the rest sooner. So we have to waste 2 days on rest then because of that. Okay, noted. Tamano's a bit lazy. See, that time she got it all back. Yeah, here we go. I'm going for skills right now. Okay. Now we want burstings. Go for the burst there. We don't want to ignore Unity, although I'm not really trying to care about the Unity side of things. This is more for Tamano directly. But you get a little bit more in this game. Ooh, fast learner. Beautiful. Alright, now that there's 1 there, 1 there, 2 there, 2 there. Even though it's stamina, 2 there is way more worth it at the moment. We'll give a little burst benefit. 2 turns left of the race. Now we need speed and then rest. 5%. Extra training. How much will you get more? Nah. Conserve energy because I'm gonna need to see if I can take a rule. 26% risk is pretty high. Yeah, he's like, I have to take it. I have to take that risk because we can't afford the rest for a reason. We're still a ways off from summers on the beach, so I don't have to worry about that. So, rock, scissors, paper is speed and power. A stunt showdown is stamina. We want speed and power because stamina's already higher. And now look what that did! That worked out! I like that. Beautiful. Predictions. Holy crap. Okay. I've If we lose this, the game it proves that this game cheats.
注目の1番人気1番
And we are good. You're in the end automatically. Interesting. We want you to late though. I want your dad to stay on that for the rest of the game.
いいもの
Also, all lost to Boss Maru. Wait. By the way, Celia, I checked almost every S-rank Sakura Chiono I encountered. All lost to Boss Maru. Man, that's scary. Sounds like Boss Maru is a literal boss.
曇り空の下阪神レース場芝2000メイクデビュー9人の馬娘たちが挑みます。人気と実力を兼ね備えた5番今日は3番人気です。この評価は少し不満か。2番人気はこの子6番。さあ今日の主役はこの馬娘を置いて他にいない本日の1番人気タマモクロス。
私が一番期待している馬娘、気合い入れてほしいですね。
各馬娘ゲートに入って体勢整いました。スタートです。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
これは位置取りが熾烈になりそうですね。
先行争いは9番3番6番期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気タマモクロス。花を奪っていったのは9番。先頭から大きく離されて2番手は3番3番手にはタマモクロス。外を回って8番1コーナーからそして2コーナーへ向かっていきます。9番早くも先頭に躍り出た。2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは3番3番手にタマモクロス。5番2番追走。その外並んで6番その内並んで4番外から8番その内並んで7番9番先頭を進みますがこれは正解でしょうか。
RNG can still choke you, but I bet the next 7 days will
向
still
こう道面に
be
入って先頭は9番。順位を振り返っていきます。先頭は依然9番4馬身リード。続きました3番3番手2番その後ろから4番すぐに続いてタマモクロス。1馬身離れて6番その内並んで5番その外並んで8番内を回ります7番意気揚々と先
She's
頭を
the
行きます
new
9
threshold,
番
huh?
どうでしょうこの展開。
Where do you kind of want to get your Umas to?
息を入れるタイミングがあればいいですが、
まだ牽制し合っているのか互いに探り合いのままレースが進みます。
これだけ密集していると紛れがありそうですね。
第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう。
勝負どころ、最後の直線へとかけていきます。
まだ1馬身以上の差があるぞ。ここから捉えることができるのか。最終コーナーを曲がって
行くで行くで行くで
White lightning coming through.
白い稲妻とはうちのことや
Also, man, there's been a lot of lightning themes lately we've been doing accidentally.
タマモクロス驚異的な末足。
This horse is blessed by moon power.
これは
What
強い
made
先
you
頭
move
位で
this?
す。タマモクロス足を衰えない。先頭はタマモクロス大楽勝だ。タマモクロス
But
ゴール板を駆け抜けた。
she had more power there and motivation than I've seen with Taishin.
タマモクロスの完勝でした。2着は
At least
2
the
番
hair color's red. I know. I'm not even gonna. No, don't you dare. I'm aware. And we're not gonna talk about it. Ooh, no. We're not going there. Don't you dare dismain this poor Tamana Cross by comparing her to that monster. Oh, dude. It does feel like I'm a bit haunted, that's all I'll say. Arclight? Tamano? The thing itself from the game originally. So, I'm not gonna like a certain boss battle and you're gonna laugh so hard on a certain boss battle in Devil May Cry, I think 3, or is it in 2 as well? I think in 2 it's easier, in 3 it's a frickin' nightmare. But you're gonna laugh. Like I said, there is one boss in 2. If it's in 2 and I'm not mistaken for 3, it's probably gonna make me mad. Maybe not as bad as what Virgil did to us in 1. But it's just gonna be the principle of the thing. It might be 3, I'm thinking. Yeah, but also Dante, also she could be a daughter of Sparta. I mean, all the children of Sparta also have white hair. So, this is the Uma daughter of Sparta. Or great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-granddaughter. Probably daughter of Nero. Or maybe Dante finally. Because maybe Dante finally had a kid. I still think we're gonna, when you see my theory, you're gonna see why I think it's more plausible than Virgil actually having a normal kid. Which we'll talk about what that means once we get more into Devil May Cry 2. I feel, because of Nero's age, and the age that it portrays him in Devil May Cry 4, when you first meet him, the math doesn't add up. It's like, if you were to rewind Nero's age and when he should be born, Virgil would already be in the underworld. So this doesn't make any sense. Then how would he be his father? So, and I did this calculation to make sure I wasn't going mad, because I looked up kind of like chronologically inside the game, where basically each game takes place in their lore versus like real life. There's too many years in between. So my brain goes to something that happens in 2, which we'll get to, which is why we're playing Lucia's campaign first. But, as are you getting the Karen? It's terrible, chat, it's terrible. I might be cursed. Okay, there we go, she got some rest that time. We gotta get some fans, so I gotta look at my calendar or what we can do here. Agenda. So, a turf and a sprint. Hold on, let me double check what your types are. You're only turf, you cannot do dirt. Okay, well, what about... Okay, you can't do sprints. You are medium or long. Okay, so we're looking for medium or longs. Neither of those. None of those. Wow, okay, none of those. Wow, okay, there's a lot of miles coming up. 1,600. I'm gonna mark it, but I might not do it. Depends on where our stats are by then, and or if there's one worth more that I know I can win. That I can still win. So that's up there. See, you don't have too many options. That's worrisome. Aha, there it is. So I'll mark this one. This is the one I want to mark for sure. Because this is the one that would get me enough if I won. Those are all cheapies. And of course there is the G1 itself. I'm going to mark this just in case we manage to make that. But we'll see what our stats are. This is why I preset my agenda now. Okay, so I need wit to go up a little. There is a burst here, so I'll accept it. And it's leveling up Ishin Flash, which is one of our speed cards. It says power or wit. Ooh. Right now, I'm focusing power and all that. That's our main focus. I'm gonna take some wit. We don't want to ignore it. Not this time. You'll see why. But we want to still... For her, with the way I'm building her, this will do. The next character with winning ticket has to be more like this. Let's see. That's burst, that's Asian, that's leveling up Mati. That's leveling up Top Gun and kind of forgot who you are. Wait, that's Monty as well? Wait, really? Wait. Wait, are there two different... Wait, are they spelled different? Is there two different Montys? There is. Wow, they both have just as hard a name to pronounce. This one's at least somewhat easier. Monty Kane Tenhauser? It's still... Or Hauser? Tenhauser? Tannhauser? Kane Tannhauser? Something like that. But it's like, good luck saying that as one rolling word. For either of them. So, let's see. I want speed first. Because we're gonna try to go, if we want to go for the ones that have got me more, which would be Kyoto and Hopeful Stakes, then we would we'd want to kind of, because I could just ignore this one entirely. Use this one as a buffer because it's a G3, and then try to win the Hopeful Stakes for extra bonuses. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. Depends on how training goes and if she fails me or if some weird event happens. See, sometimes the game prioritizes... Sometimes I do think you need to ignore your Unity if you're trying to build stats and not win the Unity Cup. Because this keeps pulling me to stamina. I'm like, we don't need it right now. It's already to an E and almost to an E plus already. Power we do need, but I'm thinking I want to focus speed right now. While we're still in the early game, since it's going to be one of our primary stats. See, that's why I do it that way, because then things like that can happen. Okay. We've got 12 days. We're definitely have to skip out on the Fuyo stakes. Because we need to get her mood back up. I ain't dealing with her mood dropping to normal. Maybe you should... So this is mood +1. She already got that. So let's go with this one. We need energy. Whoa, yeah. See, that saved me. Ooh. Let's close that. We're not going to worry about that race. We're going to skip that race. So now there is one for Guts from the Mati Ken. I guess we should call one Mati Fuku and Mati Ken. Mati Ken is this one. Mati Fuku would be, is she up here? She's not up here right now. But yeah. We call the hat we call the hat one Mantimondo. Oh, Mantimondo? Okay. So let's see. Yeah, still speed. Speed's, yeah, I don't care. Race is fine. We're gonna skip that race. It's the next one we can't skip. Depending on what her stats are by then. Once again, conserve energy. The more I conserve, the less you have to rest and get screwed up by sleep deprived. That got her mood back up. What? Wait, what? We can finally do suggestions? Sunny Runners! Monty wants to call us the Sunny Runners. Oh! When did they do this, chat? When did they allow you to finally take the suggestions the teams were having? Wait, is it a friendship-based thing? Do you have to have their just Mambo? Do they do they have to have their friendship above a certain level before you can accept their suggestion during the campaign? I've never seen this pop up. Usually they just forcibly make it Team Carrot. You need their card. Oh! Is it because we have her as our support card? Right. I think she's our borrowed card, isn't she? Right. Oh, that's cool. Well, Sunny Runners. I'm definitely better than Team Carrot. Ooh, straight away adept. Friendship and stamina. Ooh. Friendship happens no matter what. I'm building stamina. Give me that straight away, Adept hint. Glad Top Gun is here too, that's ironic. Well, no, wait, that's my card. I'm being an idiot. It's been so long since I got to actually sit down and play this. Even when I'm asleep, I have time I fall asleep because I've been so tired lately. So that's learning a skill from Ishin. What do you have again? Oh, see, you have the good stuff. I have to try this. I can't ignore that explanation mark. Not for Ishin. Ishin, oh, of course you gave me the green one. Ishin has all my main late searcher skills besides a couple other people, like one other person. So this one's mood and power, or more energy. Mood is fine. Keep giving me that energy back. Keep mitigating the system a little bit. Yeah, see, it's still a 0% chance of failure. We're gonna go with that one. That works on our vodka card a little bit. Now she needs the rest. Okay. Alright, this one we have to try to race in, so let's see what happens. I'm gonna see what it's... Yeah, we want more skill points. So what's our prediction for this G3? Oh yeah, okay. Like, once again, RNG can still happen. This game does have a little bit of it hidden in there with that XCOM. I'm gonna punch you to the ground. I don't care how good your character is. But not as bad as, you know, actual XCOM. No, the support cards like Raishower, Haru, etc. will give... Oh, okay. So that's why we never get to see their suggestions. We have to have their cards. So the only reason why we got to see Monty's is because of this right here. Because I'm using her as my friend's support card. That's the one I borrowed as a third speed card. To maximize on speed when the chances of getting more speed late game on the beach. Okay, cool to know.
ターフも絶好の両馬場になりました。
十分に実力を出せるレース
Sunny
となり
Runner,
そう
we're
です
so
ね。
short.
3番人気
The
はこの
Sunny
子で
Runners.
す。名称怒涛。この評価は少し不満か。2番人気はこの子、成田ブライアン。威風堂々とスタートを待つのはこの馬娘。1番人気、タマモクロス。
気合十分いい顔してますね。
ゲートイン完了。出走の準備が整いました。スタート。各馬娘、綺麗なスタートを切りました。
誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。
先行争いは10番、12番、アイネス風神。期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気、タマモクロス。さあ、激しい先行争いで前に出たのはアイネス風神。激しい先頭争い、外から行く12番、内から10番。さらにレースのと1コーナーからそして2コーナーへ向かっていきます。12番、快調に飛ばしていきます。12番、先頭で勝ちましたアイネス風神。追走、早くも激しい競り合い。10番、サンドシーサー。13番、サガダク。11番、外には名称怒涛。そのうち並んで15番、そして内目をつきましては3番、サンドシーサー。タマモクロス。向こう正面に入って先頭は12番。順位を振り返っていきます。現在1番では12番。さあ、先頭に立ったのはアイネス風神。その外並んで10番、4番手に11番、5番手には15番、内13番。
Also, as a joke side thing, the reference that I was talking about earlier was my running theory was going to be talking about regarding Nero and maybe how he came into the world. One person doesn't have an excuse. Like, I will say Virgil makes sense why my theory might run a little bit, because I highly doubt, kind of like a certain somebody from Resident Evil who's blonde and wears leather crocodile skin jackets and shades. Just doesn't make sense for this person to have a kid directly with some humans, because it's like they don't exactly see humans as the better thing, right? So, but I will say someone in the family doesn't have this excuse. We know why Trish isn't on the table before I get to this. Obviously, that'd be real freaking weird. So, but Lady, right? Lady from Devil May Cry 3? How has that never happened? I ask you now, how is it that Dante and Lady have never, I'm telling you, there's no way it's never, like, as far as the actual act. There's no way it hasn't happened at least once, right? There's just no way. Nah, he ain't playing Bakugan. Wait, no, he ain't playing Bakugan or Chiono. It stays buried until he plays them. What? It stays buried? What are we talking about? What in the world happened on the 7th? Y'all making Bakushin and Chiono sound like FNAF characters. That day, Chiono, that day Bakushin bit Chiono. Although, since they're horses, this actually makes more sense, and I like kind of how that worked. Stats gain based on race grade, chance to gain random skill. Yeah, take that energy and give me that grade. Yeah, see, that was quite a lot. That was 100% worth it. And see, she got her needed amount in that one race. So we don't technically have to do the hopeful unless we want to for extra stats if we think she can win it. If. I don't know if she can, to be fair. I'm gonna do a speed one real quick. Oh, but we got Unity though is the problem. Oh no, 1-1 turns into a Unity. So what's her chances on this race, since it's a G1? Surprisingly really good. Ooh. Do we try it? Because if she wins it, we'll get a huge bonus in some sort of stat. Based on her grade and what she wins. Someone made something similar for Golgi and McQueen. Well, let's just say you will never see Bakusin or Chiono the same ever again. Race it? Okay, we'll try to race it then. She has a chance to win it. Now, because her power is a little underwhelming, that could hurt her. We'll see. She's still #1 favorite according to the game. Oh, you know why? Ah, it's because there's not that much in front of her. So you see how there's 6 late, 6 in? But there's hardly anything in front of her after that? As long as she stays ahead of the pack and doesn't get, which is why I'm worried about that, doesn't get kind of bullied to the back a little bit, because if she ends up back here, she's going to be in trouble. I'd almost consider putting her on pace for this one, just to maybe make her guarantee she can win it. Because I doubt anything's going to catch her. Let's see what the speed looks like. It's just quick click. We're just going to quick click through everything. Those Toast and Jordans here. None of them are ease at all. Not even close. So I'm like, we're like 2 whole grades ahead, basically. We'll try late. I'll give it a retry if it fails. Well, no, we can't. Well, let's just see what happens then. We'll let fate decide then. What time is it? Ooh, it's 3:30. This might be our last race, too. We definitely wasted. But I will write it down, though, for our vlog to come back to our discussions of what we talked about today as well. We also got we got some other stuff we're going to be talking about in the vlog as well. That won't be till Wednesday, though, sadly. Because tomorrow is most likely to continue this campaign since we didn't get to do my long episode of Umamusume. We'll probably do another episode of Umamusume tomorrow. Just so we can kind of finish tomorrow's campaign. Because we gotta do 2 of them. Unless this one, for some reason, unless this one ends up being perfect. Then I don't have to do 2. We'll do Winning Ticket as the second campaign. But
誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。
先行争いは2番、17番、当選上段、期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気、タマモクロス。先頭集団を見ていきましょう。さあ、激しい先行争いで前に出るのは17番、2番、並びかけてきた。激しい先頭争い、1コーナーから2コーナーへ向かう。15番、先頭に勝ちました。17番、並んでくる。早くも激しい競り合い、そのうち並んで2番、2馬身離れて当 線上段、その後ろ10番、さらにウイニングチケット外を通りまして8番内をついて成田大進、さらに5番その外並んで玉もクロス、そしてその外14番少し後ろから7番11番並んできた。それを見るように3番一馬審査、6番
See how she's getting a little bit bodied there. She's got enough where I think she's maintaining, but she keeps getting shoved back and forth a little bit. She's dropping, ooh, that's not good. See, dropping to 12 was a little bit of a loss. I mean, she got blocked out. She's back up to 11. See, power might screw her, but we'll see. It's not like this does anything to the campaign. It's only 1 day wasted. Plus, we'll get whatever we get from the Unity Cup race. So,
内から来るか外から来るか最後の局面です。
she needs to find a way out so she can get to that front. But I don't think she's gonna have enough time. She's fighting for it. You can see her booking it. She just did. She's dueling. Alright, she's ulting. She's ulting. She's ulting. Looks like she's in third. Ooh, fourth actually. Ooh, third. She got third, I think. It's okay. For how long she got the power of them half a grade higher, I think she would have absolutely won that. And would have got a ton extra from it.
2着には成田大進、3着は玉もクロス。ぼちぼちって感じやな。
She got third. I kind of had my questionability if she was going to win there, but she tried. That was a lot better than most of our campaigns do at that point. So, yeah, let's take more energy, as sadly as I hate to do this. That gives her way more skill points. We want the skill points from that. So, team members, edit team. Gotta do the autofill. I'm gonna do it myself, though. I like to manually click the button. Well, that's okay. That seems to be the best we've got. Oh, fun. Wow, Sprint is... Poor Taiki, man. Shuttle's holding this whole thing by herself. And of course the Haru, sadly, holding dirt on her own as well. Always like that in the beginning half the time. Unity Cup. We're gonna race something. What's our chances on this one? No, we can't afford that because I wasn't doing as many bursts this time. Even this is slightly risky because I was underchanging my team a little bit for me to get Tamano's stats more focused. But let's quickly do this main race for the Unity. What did Farseer leave a message on her ship? It's probably meant for you, Celia. Like I would leave a message like, warning, if you see a seal at the stock markets, be sure to bring your clubs. Or no, I'll do this. This will get rid of Sealy off the ship fast enough. I'll just put on the message, Sealy, there are no leaks here.
2番人気を紹介しましょう。栄進フラッシュ、威風堂々とスタートを待つのはこの馬娘。本日の1番人気玉もクロス。
Then he'll leave because he won't be interested anymore.
各馬娘ゲートに入って体勢整いま
He's
した。
my PogChamp, Farseer, you robber. Ah, it had to do with Pog.
今スタートが切られました。各馬娘揃ってき
I
れい
can
なスタ
only
ートを切りました。
imagine.
誰が
I
先
can
頭に抜け出すか
only
注
imagine.
目しましょう。
先行争いは北サンブラック、1番、11番、期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気玉もクロス、北サンブラック、快調に飛ばしていきます。栄進フラッシュ、ペースが速い。
Okay, well,
花を奪っていたのは北サンブラック。1コーナーからそして2コーナーへ向かっていきます。さあ、花に勝ったのは北サンブラック。このままリードすることができるか。続きました1番、あとは7番、少し後ろから10番、1馬身離れて9番、3番、並びかけてきた。 2馬身離れて11番、あとはタマモクロス1馬身離れて5番、さらにエイシンフラッシュ後方2番手に8番、最後方ポツンと1人イクノビクタス1番、先頭をキープ。これは面白い展開だ。このまま進みますか。
これは大胆な作戦、波乱の展開になりそうです。
2コーナー回って向こう上面、先頭は相変わらず疾風陣雷ってな。
Cars, you had a 250% markup. Best believe I'm getting them back
1
from
離れ
me.
て10番、外を回ります。9番、それを見るように11番、さらにタマモクロス、そしてその後方には8番、そしてその内からいたのは
Yes,
ターさん
600% crash and burn.
さらには5番、ビッグノビクタス最後方からという体勢であります。意気揚々と先頭を行きます。1番、どうでしょうこの展開。
ちょっとかかり気味かもしれないです。息を入れるタイミングがあればいいですが、
第4コーナーカーブ、
ウマ娘たちがどう動くか目が離せません。
最終コーナーを曲がって最初に立ち上がったのは1番、タマモクロス。見事なごぼう抜きを見せるタマモクロス。先頭はタマモクロス。これは強い。200を通過。2番手争いは10番、エイシーフラッシュ9番、先頭。
Right there is why I don't trust Kita-san. Right there is why I don't believe in the Kita power.
素晴らしい走りで
Nah. It's not durable enough. You see how Tamano stomped her and she's technically just still training. And that's like the SSR version. Whoa. This might be our best creation yet. Yes, nice. Won the first one. It was a draw on the others. Wow. That's actually pretty good. We had no loss technically. It was all just draws. We could have got more technically if we fought higher. That was still acceptable. Who the frick was that? Stamina, energy, or skill points? Ooh. We're gonna have to rest no matter what, I think, so I'm thinking skill points or stamina. Stamina should be good. I want more skill points. All the training facilities have leveled up. Rest. Because you've achieved your goal, so you don't have to worry about too much. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. What time is it? 3:41. I'm gonna do 4 more turns, then we're gonna save it and leave it there. Power's getting a little lax, but I'm gonna do, yes, that's a lot of team burst. We do need to focus on unity a little. So let's get a team burst going. Triple team burst. How to be an adult? No, speed and power. Embrace the power and motivation. Do it again. You did not burst Kita at all. Yeah, I know I didn't, but oh well, we don't need her. Yeah, see that? She still sits with no burst. To be fair, that's the game's fault, because I'm pretty sure she's barely been a choice this whole time. As one of the bursts. She might have gotten missed a couple times on purpose because I was doing stat management. But when I'm actually bursting, she's never there, so that's her fault. It's not our fault, Chad, that's her fault. It's like the Kita needs to be around if the Kita wants the power. Power and skill. Yeah, keep giving me those skill points for now. We're focusing on skill points. Alright, 1 more turn. See, look! There's a burst happening here. She's here. Do you see her bursting? Nah. This is her fault. Where everybody else, look at this. Look how many people are bursting everywhere else. Look at that. Look at that, Chad. Look at that. Look at that burst power. Look at that burst power. I'm going bad. Alright, let's do speed, because we want speed to get up to a D as quick as possible. Yep, that probably did it. Booyah, goal complete. 20 turns. Yeah, wow, she's got a really easy campaign, no offense in my opinion. This is the most time I've ever had besides Top Gun. Which maybe, once again, that is a sign. That this is all meant to be. Although, wait, in G3 above, place it within top 3 4 times. Well, that's easy. Oh, that's why we have 20 turns. That actually isn't that hard. Hold on. Let me quickly set these up before we save. We can do one right now. Oh, wait. How much? No. G3. We need a medium G3. That's not G3. That's a G1. We'll consider it. We need any type of G3s or above, so none in there. None in there. Wow. I do find it kind of funny most of the ones that are even eligible are freaking G1s. Okay, there's one. Oh wait, hold on, wait. There was a better one there. Are these both turf medium? Wait, 2000, 2000, medium, right. These are exactly the same, but this one is worth less. Let's go with that one. And then... that's another G1. I'm trying to avoid G1s if I can help it. There's another one here, okay. Another same basic, let's do that one. How many 4 times? I need one more. That one. So okay, well, what time is it? 3:46. Let me do a couple more. Oh, never mind. She has to rest. Holy crap! I didn't realize your energy was so low. There we go. Yes. Okay, I was hoping that would happen before we ended. To see what she's gonna have kind of towards the end. Follow the gold ship and the Ogiri. Your older sister of battles. Holy crud! Whatever just happened there was quite a lot. Close. I already know. Woo! Ooh, child. Holy balonies. So what is the chances of this G1 now? Because I would have to find another one if I can't do this G1. Predictably, right? Power's still a little bit slacky. I mean, she could. She only has to get top 3. She doesn't have to win the race. I'm gonna leave that. This is where we're gonna leave it on a cliffhanger. This is what we'll do tomorrow. We'll leave it right here for tomorrow. Because I do think that we need to try to win this race. See if it goes well. If it doesn't, then we look for another G3 down here. Yeah, because there's one here. I can just do that. So that's the backup alternative. If this falls through the floor, we still meet our goal before the end of all of this. Because 19 days, that's... from today, that's 19 days left, so 18 days, 17 days, 16 days, 15 days, 14 days, 13 days, 12 days, 11 days, 10 days, 9 days, 8 days, 7 days, 6 days, 5 days, 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, and then it's on senior year, 1 day. And where is Summer? Summer is these two. This is going to be a pain in the ass. Can I move these down? Are there any G3s down here that I can get off of Summer? I didn't notice that till just now. There's a G1 we could take some risks with. That's dirt. There's one here. Okay, hold on. So put that one there. Let's remove this one. Wait. Save schedule. Remove that one. That's basically a long. Same thing. I didn't mean to click that. Let me click this one. Okay. There. So we want to get rid of. Unless there's one, or is there one back to back? There's not. So we kind of have to hope to win this one. Actually, no, we don't. Because wait. Correct me, because I haven't played in a while. Is July? Is it July early, or is it June early that it starts? It's July early, right? And it ends in almost August late, right, chat? Right? Oh, but we need a lot of upgrades, though. So we might want to shoot for G1s. We'll see how it goes in the next episode. We'll leave the Satsuki show. If she does good enough in that, I can guarantee she'll probably beat the other G1s. And we can just basically set up the G1s that are, like, kind of down here in between, like, summer. The ones that are in between summer that aren't kind of taken up these days. So... But yeah, summer's early July, right, for this game? Just saying hi. I don't like this game. You lost me as a viewer for this crud. I mean, that's alright, Crispy. I mean, that's why I do multiple things. Not everybody's gonna like the same stuff. It's fine if you don't enjoy the Uma. But also, thanks for coming by to say hi, though. But... a little too close to the cam. This cam's gonna need some adjustment. I'm gonna have to do some more work with this cam's angle too. Every Uma has these fan thresholds to upgrade their uniques. The dirt Umas are the only ones with lower thresholds because their G1s suck for fan games. July? Okay. So that means that we don't... Okay, so let me get rid of this one then. We don't want anything on this little line right here. As much as those are 4,000, we do not want to interrupt our summer months. I'm fine with doing more races during this session, just to try to get more fans and try to get that unique even higher. But I do wonder if we should be targeting G1s instead of G3s. This is just a backup plan for now. These 4 brown ones right here are the, oh crap, I screwed up too much. I need to make sure I win these. Because these are more likely she can just trounce these. So, that's fine. But let's quit and save that for now, for tomorrow. Win a race daily challenge. Okay. Archive, probably Tamano, I assume. Yeah. All of our interactions we've already had with the character. And apparently I unlocked even more Unity. There must be it almost probably guarantees what seems like a new cutscene of some sort every time you do it to somewhat eventually unlock all the Unity Cup scenes. We're still missing one for the Ura final, and I'm not sure what it is. But, by the way, next month for Uma is Mant. And those career sessions can last 1 hour plus. That's fine. Those are the careers I'm kind of waiting on, because I think those are the ones where I'm really going to be able to catch up, to be fair. It's where I'm going to get another kind of threshold break, where I can kind of use it to mitigate some of my better Uma into higher even Uma. And finally get out of this rut I dug myself in, because I haven't got to play enough. So, I am looking forward to that, to be fair, even though it's going to be rough. Because there's nothing but racing and watching your Uma suffer as you pump them full of drugs to keep them racing. Exactly. Exactly. It sounds terrible to put it like that, but exactly. It's like real horse racing, what? But anyways. Alright, let's head back to the title screen. But we're going to wrap it up here for today, for now. I will be back tonight with Devil May Cry 2, where we can continue our theory building. And my assumption, once again, this could be far off. This is one of those that, unlike Resident Evil, there's a lot less to go on. So there's some of it's more conjecture in my brain. And even I recognize it as that because it's a little hard to pull the strings when the order of the games are so odd. So, especially with release and how they changed things and didn't find their identity for Devil May Cry until the third game. So, once again, since 1 and 2 never got remade, you could argue part of it is just, could be the argument of they're just not connected at all, almost, you could say. Just because they were so far removed, and before the story of Virgil fully kicked in, you do get to mention him in 1, but like, the connection between 1 and 3 is more hardcore than 2 and anything else. Because 2 definitely was 100% felt strange. And felt really different from the rest of the series. But from 3 or 1. So, don't know. Farseer will put Top Gun under bone-crushing training. How horrid. Want me to send you the global conflagration game? The beta ends on the 16th. What's today's date? Shoot. That would mean it ends Monday. Ooh. Yeah, if we have time to do it, we might have to try to do that tomorrow. We could do that after Uma, to be fair. If we can if I can get it going quick enough tomorrow, I wouldn't mind checking it out. So I'll try to attempt that. So yeah, send it to me if you can, Farseer, and I'll see if I can do it in time. This all depends on what happens tonight, how late I get back, when we can do Devil May, like, because if I get that really late, I'm not going to have time to get on my computer and pre-set up certain things. And I've got church in the morning, so, you know, it's a lot crazy, lot busy weekend, very busy weekend, that's all I'll say, but. Silly Kita is going first, she loves racing and can't take it like a champ. Cynthia, okay, nice. Noise. I'll definitely check it out. And if, like I said, if I can get it installed and go and get everything set up for it quick enough, we'll do that after Uma tomorrow, since tomorrow's the 15th. So we'll at least have 1 day left, basically, or half a day to play it a little bit. So. And then Devil May Cry no, not Devil May Cry, sorry. Front Mission will start resuming next week. And so will Arc Knights. The main people of the show. I only ignored them for a couple of days, just so the other games could get some love. But now, this week is going fully back into the crazy conspiracy of the Front Mission and the Midas Project, and of course the Arcanite theory building world of me kind of figuring out, or maybe wondering if this is somehow spiritually connected to Xenosaga. So, but, or even just learning about Arcanites more in general, because I am very intrigued. Even if it was just spiritual alone, the game is still good enough for me to want to know more about what's going on. So, we're definitely doing more of that this week. We're going to focus back in on that. Zone of the Enders will probably happen this week as well. Somewhere in the middle of there. But we'll continue that. So, and then the vlog will be Wednesday. Guaranteed this week, unless IRL changes that and I have a meeting with someone for this live-in aid I'm working on. Guaranteed, other than IRL stuff, changing that. Wednesday will be the vlog this week, and it will be a doozy. It will be a big one because we're gonna have a few things we're gonna try to do. We're gonna talk about. We'll go over the thing we talked about today, but we're also gonna talk about some serious things kind of going on in the world that concern me, that I feel like people are kind of, except for one person, obviously, well, a couple small people here and there, and some bigger people, and one really big dude, who's the only ones talking about it. So I'm a little concerned about this, and why that's not being talked about more, because I feel like, like I said, it's a theory, and I'm not going to say it's a fact when we talk about this. but I have my concerns with something that happened recently. And we need to address it. At least just to get the word out there, if anything. And that's about it. I'm not that big of a channel anyways. That's why I don't really expect I'm not to have that much leeway anyways. But, you know, hey. Let's see. Even you can't make Pog jokes when you have him, Farseer. Truly undeserving of the bug. Yet I have him, and you gave up your only chance to have him. Yes, and talk about... And yes, talking about... What? What? No. You can't have Pog if you think you're gonna appreciate Teo over the Pog. I 100% agree with Farseer on this one, Sealy. I don't think you're truly a Pog. I don't think you're a Pog champ. Hey, Gilbert, I'm biased because I'm an OG player. It's not fair the game gave her to me. If I didn't have her, I would 100% pick him. Let's see, you could have picked him on that roll, that guaranteed pick they gave us. Why didn't you do that? Anyways, I think Seely's blinded by the leaking in his eyes going on. But anyways, by the way, Gilberto works for Surtur. Oh, does she? Okay, so that interests me. Because I'll do anything to make Surtur more powerful. But anyways, I'm gonna go now, chat. I've got to get out of here so we can get time to get there. It's already 4, so I'm gonna end it now. Hope y'all enjoyed chat, and I hope to see y'all soon. And I will talk to y'all later tonight for Devil May Cry 2. Until next time, chat. Hope y'all enjoyed some Uma today, and we will be continuing with DMC. And tomorrow will be more Uma. Finish the campaign. And then hopefully check out that demo if I'm able to get it set up, because I do want to try out that demo Farseer mentioned. So need to erase the electric team now. No, I'm gonna leave it on that. I'm not gonna we're not gonna talk about my electric team anymore. I realized what I ran myself into at this point. I'm like, gosh darn it, why won't it leave me alone? But anyways, till next time, we say bye, hard not, and remember people, Kitazon and Duramente are equally great. I'll give her that one. That one's at least fair. I accept that. That's at least fair, even though I'm still think the durability always wins. But I'll at least play fair. You have a good one, Fossy, and thank you so much for joining in tonight. And also to my moderator, Sir Seely, as well, and to Tam King and Crispy Bacon for joining in the background. And big shout out to Ryun as well for helping run the clan, or the guild inside Umamusume, since I'm not able to be around a lot half the time. So big shout out to Ryun. He's been doing some work on growing the guild. Our club is getting very, very, very much larger, a lot quicker than I anticipated. So big shout out to Ryun as well. So hopefully, or what was I gonna say? Hopefully I can start being around a little bit more this coming weeks and stuff. Once things start to calm down, and I start to find some more prospects, and start to nail in what my live-in aid situation is going to turn into. To keep my stuff going so we don't have to stop the channel for a while. And so, because I would have to go into a weird situation where I wouldn't be able to stream, so. Once that chaos subsides, I hopefully can focus a little bit more on certain things and kind of get us going again. And back on my other original thing I was doing, studying and doing certain things in the background, which I don't have time for right now, because I'm running ragged trying to figure this thing out, so. But we'll get there, chat. Art not question, do you want me to send you my... No, no, Susan. I'm a fan, I prefer asparagus. Or technically chives. Or actual green onions. Anyway. I'm dying. Anyways. Until next time, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all on our next stream. Bye everyone, bye! Time to send my Farseer. Bye. See you later. Y'all hope y'all have a good one. Until next time. Bye.